And we are back. Always delighted to say hello to Coach Brian Kelly here on Monday, the head coach of LSU. And one thing about the LSU Tigers, they are giving the fans their money's worth this year. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Paul. I'm getting a lot of gray hairs too.
Man, these last couple of weeks, coming down to the final play series, I know as a coach, you prepare your team for these moments, but what is it like inside the coach's nervous system during the end of these games?
Well, you just look, there's a lot of things that are going on. You're looking at, your timeout situation. You're looking at, what do we need to do here in terms of the analytics of the game? There's a game within the game, but at the end of the day, it's still about making some plays. And we made some plays on offense, and we made the big play on defense where we needed a big stop. We got the interception. So as much as, the head coach is, thinking about, some of the important decisions that need to be made, the players make the plays. The players decide the ultimate outcome. As long as the head coach is not screwing it up, these guys should decide the outcome of the game, and the head coach should be there making sure that the right decisions are made at the end of the day.
Well, there are a lot of reasons for success, but I'd like to start with the one from my naked eyes. Jaden Daniels just really delivered large. Really curious to hear your thoughts about your quarterback for a moment.
Yeah, because if we look back a year ago against Auburn, we were 4-2, and he had 84 yards passing, and everybody was talking about, Jaden Daniels is not the right quarterback. You need to replace him. But what he did is he followed a plan. He worked himself through this plan of development, and now we're seeing one of the, if not the best quarterback in the SEC, one of the best quarterbacks in the country, not only running it, but throwing it with, really precision. And this is all on Jaden. He put in the time, he put in the effort. Yeah, we gave him a plan, but he utilized his talents to really get him to where he is today. And so happy for him and where he's put himself today.
No, it's truly remarkable to watch. Anyone who thinks it's only one player doesn't understand football, but it does look like at times, he is carrying the entire offense on his back. Let me switch over to the defensive side of the ball. Everybody talking about your defense, but you mentioned the interception, a couple of key stops. There may not have been that many, but they were enough. How would you describe what happened week to week on defense?
Well, I think a couple of things here. We've gone to a 4-down defense. We've solidified the position of Harold Perkins. We were moving him around all over the place. I think some continuity there. I thought our defensive line played so much better. And then late, they were able to really get some pressure in 4-down. Those are some of the things that you're looking for. We were solid against the run. We let up a big run that we have to eradicate. Those are the things, the little things. Now, we didn't take a huge jump. We gave up 39 points. That's way too many. But we started slow, and we played much better the last 3 quarters. So there are some signs here. I'm not ready to say we're there. We've got a long way to go, but we did make some progress, and we're going to have to make more progress against, another SEC opponent in Auburn this weekend.
I want to get to that in a second. And nothing that we bring up here on a Monday, you haven't thought about 10,000 times, but from a fan standpoint, I'm curious about the beginning of games, and there are a lot of reasons why you find yourself in holes, but last couple of weeks, you put yourself in perilous positions. You've come out of it. You came out of them the other night. But how do you address that when you meet with your team?
It's a good question, Paul. I think there's a couple of things. We've been on the road the last 2 weeks in a very, very intimidating environment at Mississippi at night, and then an 11 a.m. start at homecoming at Missouri against 2 nationally ranked teams. And it's so important that you get off to a good start, or momentum gets in play here. And that's what happened. They were able to get the first score on the board and then got some momentum. it's so important. Now we've got 5 out of 6 at home in Tiger Stadium, and we should be able to play off that home field advantage. Having said that, we can't go on the road again and get behind by 15 points. The percentages are just not with you that you're going to be able to overcome those kinds of disadvantages. So we'll have to continue to build our football team, continue to understand getting off to a fast start is absolutely crucial.
Talking to Coach Brian Kelly, and you mentioned Auburn this weekend. It is a chance to get home again. We saw Auburn play the #1 team in the country a little over a week ago, and nearly pulled that game out. Your thoughts on what Hugh Freeze is doing in his first year?
He's doing a great job. I mean, he's a smart football coach. You know, he's much more about players over plays. He can fit an offense to whatever his personnel is. If he's got great receivers, he's going to throw the ball all over the place. If he's got a really good running game, he's going to feature a running game. I just think he does a really good job of maximizing his potential. They've got a really stout defense, as Auburn always does. You know, they're going to keep the game close. They're going to get it to the fourth quarter with a chance to win the game. It's our job to really get off to a good start, which we haven't done. We hope that we're at home, that we get that sense of urgency because it's another SEC battle. This will be our 5th straight SEC game. And, you know, we obviously understand the challenge that Auburn brings. And again, we haven't shown that we've gotten off to a good start. This will be the week that we need to.
Coach, you have 2 games at home, and I know that we always make a lot out of that, but we saw in real time what you saw much better than we did. What you have to deal with on the road in the SEC. Does it feel different? How much different does it feel when you finally get a team, especially in prime time at home?
Oh, look, I didn't know. Like, this is my 2nd year running through it. But it is totally different. An SEC atmosphere on the road, fully engaged. It definitely makes a difference. I mean, there is an advantage to playing at home. And, you know, you had an undefeated Missouri team, nationally ranked. That hadn't happened a lot. And they got LSU coming in, and this was a national platform for them. So, you know, we had to take their best shot, and, you know, we did, and we came out on top. So, again, you know, playing at home and having that crowd with you, it is a big advantage in the SEC.
Coach, I know a lot of folks feeling good. It was a huge win, but I want to end with your thoughts on the situation with Greg Brooks.
Thank you.
News that just hurt everyone across college football, but especially where you are. We're showing a tweet here about the family, about the fact that Greg has been diagnosed with this rare form of brain cancer. I know none of these questions are easy and maybe even appropriate, but I think we would all like to know how your folks are doing and what more you can tell us about Greg.
Thank you, Paul. I really appreciate it. One of the things that's great about this game is how everybody has come together. And even, you know, obviously he transferred in from Arkansas, and, you know, Coach Pittman reached out, went to see him when Arkansas was in. But even just this past weekend, Missouri wore the number 3 on their helmet. I've gotten the head coach from Memphis called because Greg has been transferred to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Memphis. Memphis has reached out. Just this overwhelming support for Greg in the football community. And then we've started a victory fund, and over $100,000 has already been raised. So we're just so grateful for the support that everybody throughout this entire country and the football community and college football has embraced this. And, you know, obviously the thoughts and prayers every day for Greg, and he's a strong man, and we're hoping that this next surgery allows him to begin the next challenge of battling cancer.
Thank you for sharing that, Coach. Thanks for being here on this Monday, and congratulations again. Really great to have you on.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Coach Brian Kelly joining us from Baton Rouge here on a Monday afternoon. We'll take a short break.